I'm back. Hi. I got a factor meal. Check this out. Oh, this one is Carolina Gold Barbecue ground beef with roasted poblano corn salad. Oh, fuck, that's good. Oh my god. Literally the best month ever to pick up a meal sponsorship. That whole thing, by the way, this whole thing, 440 calories. And then they sent these smoothies too. I haven't tried one of these before. Tropical fruit smoothie. Let me try this. Factor's amazing. Yes, they've been great so far. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's so good. Fuck. I almost finished it instantly. So tasty, so yummy. What's wrong with my YouTube music, bruh? What the heck? My shit be lagging out. There we go. Well, that's gone. Chug you. Gah. We're sponsored this entire month by Factor, by the way. If you want to check them out, chat, there's a button underneath the stream. They've been very good so far. I can tell you it's going to come in handy when we're raiding for 13 hours a day. Nom, 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 nom. Yo, there's been a shit ton of subs and resubs and a bunch of new follows since we've been raiding today. I apologize for not being able to read all those out loud. I usually do. But it's quite a lot of extra people here today compared to usual. So welcome, y'all. Glad to have you. Damn, this barbecue's fucking tasty. Nom. I think actually today's been the most people we've ever had in this stream. Actually ever. Maybe not. But pretty up there. Pretty wild. This is my first time doing a day one ultimate. Yep. This is This is my 4th time doing a hardcore prog, just in general. Like a blind hardcore prog. My first ultimate, though. I think we're doing pretty all right. I haven't been paying attention to other streams, but I think we're still like somewhere near at least the not super behind pack. Doing all right. Copium. Drinking lots of water, by the way. Stay hydrated. If you've been watching these long hours since the morning, make sure you stretch and drink some water. Gonna get started again in about 4 minutes here. I need to finish up my food. I'm gonna sleep so good tonight. I can't wait, actually. Yep, then we wake up and right back to Prague. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're going to be starting every day at 3 a.m. PST, by the way. We'll be playing the same exact hours. 3 a.m. to 4 p.m. PST. And then I'll probably start winding down by like 5 or 6. Then damn, I'm gonna be hella rested actually. I could get like 8 to 9 hours of sleep every night, if not more. It's gonna be a nice comfy prog. When our group does Savage hardcore prog, we usually do 16 to 18 hours a day. So we decided to tone down since we're probably going to be going longer than a week. So we'll just cruise on in at probably like a comfy top 50. But who knows? Might be sooner. This team composition that we have, actually, our raid roster, we've never done an ultimate together with this group. So, it's kind of an experiment for us. See how we do together in ultimate. Kind of said people posted a certain checkpoint all over Twitter. It's bound to happen. It is what it is. If you care that much, you probably shouldn't be on Twitter for the next like week, or just mute anything with Final Fantasy. I don't really care about spoilers myself, but
hey Zeph,
I'm not gonna allow them in chat simply because some people might care who are watching. So This corn salad is so good. Bussin'.
Yo, I just posted a priority for
Corn.
towers, and I just kind of tried to write it on plain English. Let me know if that helps, or if that makes sense, or if there's anything that we should adjust for anyone who's still here.
Okay, I'm reading it.
I'm here. I'm just trying to catch up with something.
Sure.
Take your time, dude.
No, I mean I'm good to go. I just didn't say yes to the ready check.
Okay.
Oh god, this fight's gonna be a nightmare to teach to people. There's so many like weird like rules. Jesus.
I do take issue with something, Revenge.
What?
Is using the words cardinal or intercardinal in that mechanic is really fucking weird.
It was intentional because there's specifically only a max number of cardinal towers, obviously, that can exist, and double the amount of intercardinal towers. So if the meteor players are taking cardinal towers by default, or prioritizing to take cardinal towers by default, and you're of the same role as them, you would want to focus on cardinals yourself, because there's going to be less of them.
My issue is I don't think that makes all the sense, because in that picture Zeph posted, for example, the meteors might be taking the only cardinal on the entire map. There might just be one if his pick is accurate.
Right, that's why
it is accurate.
So then their priority is gone.
No.
I have something that we can do if you want to screen share, because I've set up an example. I've put all the examples in an image file with job icons, and we can
That's
work
fine.
through it.
Okay.
But to clarify with what I was trying to do, it's if you're a meteor marker, you're trying to find a cardinal, but if there are none that exist, you're just simply trying to take one that's opposite the other meteor. So you might take an intercardinal. You're just focusing on a tower.
Can everyone see
outside.
my screen share?
Yep.
Oh,
I'm gonna open it.
That would have everyone
I'm looking.
before you start
The
talking.
job icons aren't exact, but just assume Revenge is a summoner and
Cat?
Fear is a white mage.
Fuck off.
These are just the ones I happen to have on hand.
Stop
Do
poking.
we
me.
have everyone in?
I don't know. I just want to kind of work through the examples as a team, just to try and identify how we would even handle this, because I'm still not sure myself.
If you're gonna be annoying, at
So
least
do you
be annoying on
want
camera.
anyone to speak up about how to start it, or
I'm waiting for everyone to verify they can see it.
Yeah.
You can see it.
I can see it.
I'm watching.
Okay, so let's. I'll just do a random example. So these are the meteor icons. Neither of them have a cardinal tower. So what's step one here? I guess is it the scholar goes to here?
I think the step one is baiting the ice in your cardinal. That would be like prior.
No, I'm caring about the towers only. I'm just trying to figure out how we determine who is going to which towers.
Right, but it's important to know that you're starting from that cardinal position, because then that dictates what
But
would make
okay,
sense
so are you
for
starting
to...
here or are you starting here and then running down to here?
I don't think that you would take Okay, so say that you bait the ice at east, your tower would end up being. I would think you would take the southeast one because you're not going to make it to the south, but also
one
that
here.
is not the next one down. You'll make it to the southeast.
This is the
one.
flare. This icon is not the flare. This is the meteor.
Yeah, I
If
know.
they go here, then where does this one go?
They would take the northeast one. And that in that scenario, like
Are
ideally,
we sure this
you're
is okay for running the meteors around?
No, you'd have to have someone. You'd have to have one of them start going mid and then get knocked back or some shit. Like the paladin would run around a little bit and then go middle, if he can, if it's even possible.
Well, actually, I think
So what,
the
like,
real
if-
answer. I think the real answer is that if you didn't do a swap to bait the ice in the south, and you started in the east, you would actually take the tower closest to the east as the scholar, and one would, like the paladin would go counterclockwise, and you would go clockwise as the scholar. I don't.
We had a
know-
pattern like this, Revenge, and I took the one Zeph is saying to take. And you took the one that was inward. Like we had a pattern that was almost just like this, I think.
Right, I would.
Yeah, I tried to do this.
That wouldn't have been correct for me to take inside.
You took inside though.
Right.
And you
but
said it
that
was
before
right.
we came up with the priority. Of,
Oh. If we can just break down what do meteor players do?
I
What
think,
does the non-meteor roll do? What does the meteor roll do that doesn't have a meteor?
I think
it'll
you
be easy.
have to swap. Like I think if, like Zeph and Pharaoh get meteor, and Zeph is south and Pharaoh is east, I think either
I
Pharaoh
know.
has to swap
Yeah.
to go north, or Zeph has to swap to go west. Like as
Use
an
the
example.
picture. It's a little bit easier to
Oh, okay.
visualize.
I think that Zeph
In this
would
instance, I would go
have to
south.
swap with Fira, or Pharaoh would have to swap with Slayer.
I would swap with Slayer here.
I just realized what I said about only one cardinal is wrong because the first example has east and west and south. So ignore that. That was a mistake.
I mean, that's the southeast and the west-ish one. That's like your best shot, right? You look for the three that are outside. I don't know if there's always three outside. And you take one of those and one opposite.
No,
it.
because in this example, there are only two on the inside. This was the second time we saw it. But I guess I can put both of these side by side. Just so we can consider this one as well at the same time.
I think what we're running into an issue of is people are way too slow to identify whether they're marked
She
or not.
jumped from the fucking
Like originally
doorway.
with the
Well, that's
meteor
one.
markers.
see her
That's
jump
one
up onto
problem.
the
But
tree?
my problem right now is if
What
we
the
have
fuck are you
this
eating?
example right here, and we're kind of standing like this, I don't know what to do.
That was like a 10-foot
That would have
jump.
already been an issue. Like you've already failed the first
Jesus.
step, which would have
Alright,
been
I should probably pay
one of
attention
you
to this
swapping.
Discord stream.
Like Zeph would have swapped to Fira, or
Yeah,
Pharaoh
so
would
the
have
step
swapped to
one,
Slayer.
put us
question is
put all our
because there are
markers
two
all the
valid
way in.
swaps. There are two equivalent swaps.
As
Scholar
long as
with
only
Dark
one
Knight or
happens,
White
it's kind of
Mage
like how you
Paladin.
did.
Yeah, that's the thing. So
It's like how you did the tether in Light Rampant. Like either swap worked, just you can't do both.
Well, Zeph, that's with the tanks and healers. That would just be make always tank swap or make always the healer swap.
okay, so the
You could make a rule
healer-
like that to make it easier.
the healer would anchor to the nearest one,
Yeah,
and the tank
and then
is
make
one.
the tank run a little bit.
So then I'm thinking as Fura over here, how does she quickly identify that we are swapping without necessarily
Put the
a call?
icons all the way mid, because that's how you're gonna see them start. So your
So we-
paladin is to the left of the
everyone-
summoner at the start, and Fira is right next to you, but she's west.
So we're all standing. Oops.
Yes.
We're all like this, and we
Yes.
see the things appear. And
Here
ideally,
we go. Oh, there's a paladin summoner. I'm sorry, paladin scholar have a flame. She knows if it's a healer and a tank, she's gonna probably have to swap with the tank. And if you're having the healer swap, and if I don't have a meteor, like if you put that on Fira, I know I'm gonna swap with the probably with the tank that doesn't have it. The thing is, we don't know if the swap should be automatic or not.
yeah, because the problem is, it gets more complicated if you do this. Because all of a sudden, Slayer already has his tower behind him, which means you would then have to go this way, and there is no swap.
I don't agree with that. I don't think so. I think that you would still do the swap with Fira, because you're still creating the 50% of the arena. I don't think that having a
you're
cardinal
saying-
tower. I don't think that having a cardinal tower inherently means you deserve that tower.
So you're saying
Oh,
Pharaoh still
snap.
takes his spot, and Slayer goes over here.
I would say that. Yep. I think that your priority is separating
Chat, if
yourself
you could see this
180
fucking
degrees
Discord
from
stream right now,
the
my brain is
other
imploding.
meteor, and beyond that,
There's gotta
your-
be an easier way to do this shit.
the other people would handle it. So that's why that was why I had a priority of, if your role is the same as the people who have meteor markers, your priority is a cardinal tower, because when that situation happens and Slaya swaps with Fira, Fira is now stacked with Valor, I think, and they're going to both be going out because there's 2 towers to take out there. That would mean that there's a decision to be made from both of them. Which one do I take? If you're the same role as the meteor markers, you're going to prioritize Cardinal. So Fira would take that Cardinal, and then Valor would take the Intercardinal. At least that's my thought process on it.
Well, I was thinking, as a DPS, your job here is easier, right? Because you're on an intercardinal, you already have a tower on your spot, right?
But
So
that-
these three,
you
so
shouldn't
Happy's
take
the
that
only
one.
one.
So if you, but
You shouldn't?
no, so that's the point. Like, you specifically don't want. So if you have an outside tower in your quadrant, you should never take an inside tower, because you want to be able to take that outside tower so Happy has somewhere to go. If he can take that inside tower, then
Okay.
he has the responsibility. It's filled, right?
So because he has no tower and he's here, so he has nothing to go to.
Yeah. If there's
He then
nothing in your
fills.
quadrant, you're staying
So
in
you're
it.
going like this.
And you're
Okay.
expecting that there's a tower that you should take, because other people who have a tower in their outside quadrant are out there. So there's no one mid. So you're now that person.
Okay.
So it's less of a only sticking to your quadrant and more of like a, filtering people over to the busy side of the arena.
Okay. So I, as a paladin, we have 2 towers, and I see that you're already on one. So I just go out.
Yep.
To here.
And that would
Okay,
be
so
kind of a 50-50. There's really
Yeah.
no answer whether you go out or I go out. It
Yeah.
kind of-
If you're already standing on your tower, I feel like DPS have the priority of the inner towers because they're already standing on them. It's literally their clock spot.
No, because you're all going to be on your cardinal. Like, you're all stacked together to begin
Yeah,
with,
you
because you're
like we still,
APS.
but just as a priority between the 2 roles, because this is generally your spot. You would just
Right.
go back to it, and I would go out and around.
Yeah.
Can you scroll to the right a bit? And that one looks fucked up. Can you scroll again?
Yeah.
See, show me
And
another one.
there's this one. This one is weird because it's evenly distributed.
Maybe
think
maybe
all of
it's
those are
easier for everyone's brains if we dedicate the nearest to a cardinal is always the meteor. That's the
Nearest to a
only part that's weird.
No, so like, can we take these player markers and move them to that third option? Because I think that one is going to iterate, is going to showcase the issue, or kind of how to handle this issue best. So you can see that there's no cardinals, like no specific cardinals except that north one. But if you handle that north one with the meteors, you're kind of screwed because there's nothing across from them. So what I would do in that scenario is I would take the meteors and place them to the one just to the south of the east, and the other meteor just to the north of west. So you're breaking the rule of being on cardinal, but you're.
Can we work
upholding-
through this again? So let's just make an example first. So I'm gonna change this to 2 DPS instead. I'll make it both melees.
Okay. So
Okay,
at
so
this point,
now what?
yeah, you want me to walk through it?
Yeah, just tell me where to
Okay.
place them and talk through it.
Okay, so at this point, I would recognize that there are 2 meteors on 2 DPS. So what I would do is I would have the Dragoon take the west side, the Ninja take the east side. So because of that, you're telling the Summoner and the Ninja to swap spots, essentially. So that would be Valor and I communicating saying we need to swap because he is a meteor. So then we would swap. And he would stack east with Pharaoh, and Woops would stack west with Fura, and that would be how the ice would be handled. So Happy and Zeph and myself and Slaya would be north and south. From there, you're going to then decide, based on the prio, how do we want to assign the towers? Because Woops and Valor have the meteor, they're going to take the closest cardinal tower, which would be that
These
one.
two. And these two happen to be opposite as well.
Correct.
Sharing that so you guys
Then
can see what the
you're
fuck we're
going to
talking
say,
about.
Okay, Fura no longer has a tower immediately there. So she is going to stay in. And yeah, exactly. But now you're looking at a scenario where you have, like, Zeph and Happy in the north. They're both going to go up because there's 2 towers right there.
My problem with this then becomes, how am I figuring this out on the fly?
Well, you
With
would
just by glancing at the entire tower
There's a
set.
lot of assumptions
It
of people
seems like-
knowing where to go.
Yeah.
Is my issue
Yeah,
with this.
I'm
People are
trying.
gonna fucking take each other's shit.
It makes sense,
Yeah,
but
I
there's
want this
no
to-
way everybody's gonna be on the same page that
Yeah,
quickly.
that's my problem.
We need
Like,
to simplify it.
That's what
In
I'm
some
saying.
way.
Like, that's why I
There
gave that
has
list
to
of
be a
rules, right?
super fucking easy way to figure this out. It's
There
probably the
isn't.
way that the meteors are given to players, and we just haven't had enough people.
There isn't. I spent the past couple breaks and like all of the time between pulls watching people, and all of their systems land down on priority, similar to how we're doing it.
Gotta be an easier way.
All the towers are RNG plus the meteors. There's no way to handle
I
it
can
in a
think
way that
one
is
way.
simplistic.
Form a line.
No, I think if there was a much simpler way to do it, then we'd see more people into the next phase already. But everyone's still doing this mechanic.
Yeah. So the reason why I gave you these lists of like priorities is because I think this is the simplest way to break down how you would handle every situation generally.
This needs to be broken down.
I understand what you're saying. I think I'm on the same page as Pharaoh, which is I just don't think I'm going to process it fast enough.
You need to break down rules. 3 different rules. You need a list of steps for the meteors. You need a list of steps for the role that is sharing the role of the meteors that doesn't have
Did I not
meteors.
write those?
You wrote a singular long list.
Right, which then I defined
3 separate ones
if
will
you're okay.
be easier to conceptualize.
All right, I'll break it apart. But then, so to finish off this, I guess anyway, since we're here, Happy, because he is the same role as the meteor, is prioritizing the cardinal. So he's gonna go to the north one. So that's why Zeph and Happy would take those 2, specifically because of the rule of if your meteor markers are the same role as you're prioritizing cardinal. That is why Happy would be there, and then Zeph would fill the other one because it's
They're
in his
they're
quadrant.
getting it because there's only 1 or 2.
The Happy would be taking that cardinal because the rule that we set in place, or that I wrote out, is if your role is the same as the meteor marker, you prioritize cardinal over intercardinal.
When you say cardinal, you mean you get the closest tower to a cardinal?
I mean, that is a cardinal right there.
I'm looking at the summoner too, because they're under the same rule. The summoner's
So
under the
that-
same exact rule, which is prioritize cardinal. But they're
That
south.
situation right there, I would have actually put it in the opposite order. I would have put the Dark Knight out and then the Summoner in. But I mean, that's kind of interchangeable.
But I thought
what rule
the
are they
rule is
following?
tanks and healers are in if the DPS have meteors, though, right?
I never made that rule. I mean, we could if we want to, but
I thought that...
see the reason. My thought process behind why I would put Slayer out and the Summoner in is because you are now looking at an intercardinal tower, and an opposite role to the meteor is prioritized to take the intercardinal.
What stops the Dark Knight from just taking the Summoner's Tower?
Because their priority is intercardinal. So okay, let me.
This is the sound of my brain right now.
Something real quick. When I'm defining things as cardinal tower, intercardinal tower, those definitions are separate from inside tower. There's 3. There's cardinal, intercardinal, and inside.
Okay.
So like because those
Okay, so
towers
you're
right
saying
now...
this is cardinal, these are intercardinal. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. Yeah.
And these are the inside.
Those are inside. Those don't follow the same rules. Those don't. Those aren't defined as intercardinal. So that might have been a mix-up.
Can you take a moment and write your steps for this? Because it's going over my head. Break down what if you get a meteor, just write what you do as a meteor. Right. What you do is a role that where their role has meteors. You know, the meteor role, but you don't have a meteor. And then what is the other 4 players? What are they doing? I'm sorry to make you do that. It's just like
no. It's fine.
It's like someone's explaining a tabletop board games rules to me, and I'm just like fucking.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to come up with very blanket rules. That
it's like I'm learning.
So your choice is always correct.
Sorry.
Because like
the way
there's so many options for these towers.
Yeah. I understand your rule set. I'm just trying to think of how we make it. The way where my mind wants to go is how do we get people into the correct place with as few moving parts as possible. That's how I'm thinking about it.
I think his way will make sense.
I
if
will
I can
say
see it
though,
broken
chat,
down,
I
because
still
then
think
you'll,
the first
if you get
way I
your
described
steps,
this
you need to
mechanic
remember,
works.
If you get this, do this. You get this, do this. You get this, do this, and then like that, everyone does their thing. I'm willing to trust what he's saying if it is broken down. Where you're throwing me off, Revenge, is explaining everything as one in concept when really it's 3 different things happening.
I also
I guess
still think
go
that
ahead.
the way I described the colors to the next color still works with looking at all these patterns.
Yeah, so the thing is, it makes sense
Can
when
you
you work
break
it out
down your
step by
logic
step.
as well in simple steps? Whoops.
Yeah,
so that we
but
can look at them
basically
and
what
then
needs to happen
play them
is
out?
when we're in position like this, and you see who's marked with the meteors, everyone needs to know where they're going within 5 seconds, just from this arrangement. So
Yes.
how do we figure that out? That's the problem, because like when you work it out step by step,
Well,
that's all well and good, but we need to be able to process that within 5 seconds.
I'm gonna have a macro on my screen with what the 3 different things are. So I'm thinking meteor. Okay, whatever that was. I think he said cardinal. I think he said meteor. You can keep writing, Revenge. I'm just trying to guess.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was just trying to think of how to word this properly.
You can always edit it. If I ask a question and it makes it seem weird, you can just edit it to make it sound better. If we can just get steps to everybody, that'll fix. We can at least try shit.
Okay.
Because this is very complicated. We need to simplify it.
So meteor marker, prioritizing opposite other meteor marker. So
Dragoon swap with Bard.
yes. Wait.
And
hold
then
on.
they hit
Sorry,
wall.
Let me rejoin the stream.
Okay,
I
so
was typing. Okay.
because I'm gonna take notes while we're running through this. I want to run through one thing at a time. Don't talk about anything but the topic.
Okay.
Right
Well,
now,
you tell me,
I'm a
you
meteor.
Tell me how to do it then.
Okay,
I guess.
I'm a Dragoon. Okay, my priority is to be opposite the ninja. And he already appears to be on a tower, and I don't. There isn't a tower behind me, so I swap with the Bard and go out?
No, so in this scenario right now, you are you're like pre-mechanic. So you're just
Yes.
spreading out to see who has the meteor markers. You're not even at the point where you're stacking up to place like the ice down or
I
anything.
know. I'm
So-
saying I am a dragoon. I got the meteor. What am I doing now?
If you're the dragoon and you see that the ninja has a meteor, you're
Yeah.
then saying, I need to swap with the bard.
Okay, so he
Because-
does swap with the bard.
Right. So
So
you
is
can
this like
either-
an advanced relativity
And if there was a
swap? Is that
tower
what's happening here?
behind the bar, they would still do a swap because they need to be opposite the ninja. If there was a tower instead behind the summoner and the bard and none behind the ninja would then swap. So anyway,
Yes.
I'm going to just carry on with this example. So,
Can I have my question answered? Is this an intermediate relativity swap that's happening here? Not intermediate, advanced. Like where can you simply look at the party list and see who has because there's two groups on opposite sides.
Yes,
like
yeah,
if we,
no, absolutely you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 100%.
because
how you
once
do it.
once we're in a
Exact
position
same
like this,
mindset.
you have people like this, and you want to make sure that they become opposite. And so this is D2 and D4, and so you do the usual D1 D3 flex basically.
Yeah, exactly.
We would swap them. So if you're a DPS and you look at the party list and you see that two people in the same group, D2 and D4. Oh, sorry. No, it's not so simple because you have to identify that they're adjacent to each other,
you have
Well,
to.
which
So-
would be
You also need to see if there's a tower behind you
yeah.
because there's a priority there
that's
on
true.
who would move.
So
Because right
it's
now,
kind
the
of-
only reason the dragoon's moving and not the ninja is because there's no tower behind them. So why would you
Well,
have
I
the
think-
ninja move?
Okay, so I'm just thinking step one is get them opposite each
Yes. Yes.
I feel so stupid right
other.
now.
So step one, when you identify that they're adjacent, you do a swap, and we're going to make D1 swap with D3. Does that work? Hang on. That doesn't do anything if it's like this.
I mean, theoretically, with how this is being
In this
done,
case, it would be like this.
with how this is being done currently, like the most optimal strategy would be to have the ninja swap with the summoner, right? Like how we did before, because that's how the powers are arranged. But if
Well,
you
I'm
were to-
ignoring the towers because I'm just thinking.
Oh.
I'll tell you what I'm thinking right now. Because let's go back to this example. If we swap, because right now this dragoon is going to this cardinal, this ninja is going to this cardinal, so they're going to be next to each other. So basically, the future position that they're going to be in is like this. But if you swap these two, they by default become opposite, and then from there, you suddenly have towers that are convenient, like this.
Right. So I'm not confident because we haven't done it enough and I haven't seen enough. I don't know if it matters enough to then say because the ninja does not have a cardinal tower, you have to change the priority to then make the dragoon take that intercardinal next to it. That would be like the optimal solution. But if you were trying to keep simple rules,
Well, can we?
Then-
Should we just test this against another example and see what it looks like? The
Yeah,
exact
that's
same
fine.
thing. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just move everything over.
I'm still wondering if we should not be
We'll ignore.
trying to
We'll ignore the
structure
other.
north-south as best we can and try and make it work. Because I feel like the complication of not knowing whether they're west, east, or south makes it a lot harder.
I'm just at the point right now of trying to understand it. So like people are having strategies, but I'm just trying to get the general rules first.
see, I guess that's
So if
I'm
let's
trying-
just say we do
I-
the same thing.
okay.
We swap these, and everyone rotates onto their partner. We're going to assume they're there. Hang on, this is over here.
Mhm.
Again, we still have convenient towers like this. Technically, optimally, they would be opposite like this, but I don't know if that matters. Because I did see in one of the clips we saw, I saw that two meteors were closer to each other on one end than they were on the other. Like there was a bit of a
Yeah.
gap. Like if you assume
I
there's
honestly
like-
think
Saying
this would make it so much simpler to just get a rule of meteors go north-south nearest at every opportunity.
that wouldn't necessarily always apply though. Like
I think you could make it work though. We don't know what the leeway is on the meteors exploding exactly. So I don't
Very
think it's
forgiving. They basically need to be touching.
I think that I think you could actually just go slower and go all the way to the left picture.
Well, the impact will kill you. It will kill the person dropping them if you go too slow.
Well, we'll get the same example.
Let's say north-south, okay? You have to get this. They go here, he goes there. By the time they wrap around, one of them could just curve inward and zigzag a little bit, and then you could have this rule. Then it's easy, because then you would just split the arena west-east, or clockwise from north and clockwise from south, and assign everything based on that. And it would be a lot simpler for people to visualize.
I was just thinking that, Pharaoh.
This would be simpler. So you could say meteor step 1, always north-south, get nearest tower. From that tower, everything clockwise from that is for the rest of the players to deal with.
I mean, if it's that lenient, then yes. It just, I don't know. What if there's a situation
I want to
where
assume
if someone
want to
starts
assume it's
east and
possible.
west, right? Like, what if someone starts east and west? Would you then just say, okay, force them north and south, or would you let it happen east and west?
I mean, we could just do east and west too. I mean, I haven't thought of the rules yet. I'm saying this is a foundation to build the rest of the steps on, so it's not so complicated.
This is a random idea.
I have an idea too, but you go.
Because I think someone said line up like 5 minutes ago, right? Because we could possibly.
You could also just make a rule
Just
where
line up
it's
like
like, if meteor players are adjacent, then whoever is clockwise just goes clockwise another step, so they're opposite. And just
what
make
happens
it
if
work.
we start like this? Because then you do this, right?
Well, I'm
We do
east as a
the lines,
scholar.
right? Yeah, but what if I'm just going with the idea that someone said about lining up, because I just want to see how this resolves.
Okay, that was a joke, but okay.
Okay, so we do the line strat where you just separate north-south and go to the nearest tower. Or you're looking at the nearest tower. Obviously, you're going to start somewhere here. And then the other two, I guess the other two have to sort themselves out like this. The role that is not picked immediately just goes to their usual position, which would be this. Is that a viable starting position or a way to start the mechanic?
I almost
If we line
feel
up
like that's
left, right, north,
too
south.
No,
much
that's
time spent.
that's too much. That's too much organizing, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that's too much time spent. I think at that point you've already baited ice and everything's dead.
Well, the thing is,
Kitty.
well, the thing is,
Go away.
we're all starting. The towers are spawning when we're all like running in from the outside.
You can already be mid
in
by the time they're
completely random
going.
positions.
If you run in quickly after the last hammer or the last plunge, you could just be there running in. I've gotten to my spot pretty fast.
Yeah,
so
what I'm saying is, what's the difference between having a set spot that is a lineup versus a set spot on a cardinal?
it's easier to adjust and visualize, I think.
You move less people.
You're also
overall.
already in. You already have people already mostly where they need to be, I think.
Okay.
I
Like
see your logic
That's
though.
more aesthetically appealing, but I think it's more movement in more cases.
I mean, it might be, but I feel like it's a simpler problem.
I think this is a lot harder to
No,
visualize.
it's just not unnecessary.
What about? Just humor me here. What if we did light parties north and south, and then if two meteors are in the same group, they float like in advanced relativity, and then the meteors can move from north and south out and take the closest clockwise opposites.
And are you saying this?
You'd still need to spread into pairs for each cardinal, though.
No, put a light party north and a light party south.
But
Okay, so let's just run with it. And let's just put this on the Dark Knight and the White Mage. Actually, no. Sorry. Let's put it on the Dark Knight and the Scholar.
So they would float. The healers would swap. Ranged
I
float,
think we said tanks were gonna swap.
or whatever we want to do. Sure.
Yeah. So tanks flex.
Hmm.
So we end up like this.
And then the
Then what?
meteors would go out and then take the closest or the first clockwise option to being opposite.
Problem is, oh, hang on. This one doesn't have a clockwise option.
Yeah, you're gonna run
Until
into a
all the way
situation
up
where
here.
You're gonna
Yeah.
keep going until you reach right
it's
next to
pretty
them.
fucking far.
Yeah.
Like you can't simplify it beyond a certain point, otherwise you start running into situations where some tower arrangements just equal fail.
I also feel like this is no
I mean,
more
that's
simple or
understandable
complicated
for an
than
ultimate though, because
lining
like
up.
think of Heaven's Fall. Sometimes the tower orders are just fucked.
I mean, but it's not fail. You don't.
Well,
fail.
if you,
I'm
if you'll
thinking
give
there
me a
there could be
moment.
a way where we could make light parties like this and then like literally have a method of just counting like, okay, in this party I count 1, 2, 3 and then I take the third tower from this point.
I think that is pretty fucking smart.
How though? Like where?
And
like
which
where-
Think of
The
how
problem-
think of how
problem-
we split the arena in E12S or limit
Yeah.
cut. We make a break point and then the light parties will just count from opposite sides depending on which light party they are. That's what that's how I would design this mechanic. That's how I'm thinking.
Okay, but so give me this based on that thought process. Say that there are these 3 towers lined up, and I am priority 4. I count 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there are no towers left. Then I have to, in that time frame, decide. Okay, as this ice drops, I have to step back in because then the 4th tower is something I have to do inside. Is that what you're thinking?
Well, you count the inside ones too.
In what priority?
From
You would
whatever
probably start
direction.
from your meteor.
Yeah, from your meteor player.
But what does, like, how do you count the towers in this
1,
example right
2, 3,
now? Which ones?
whatever one's
I think what
closest.
he's trying to say is if you're the summoner and the ninja, and whoever else is swapping with the Dark Knight, I assume, you're gonna count 1, 2, and then by the time you turn around, you're already on the next meteor because there's a gap.
hang on, I'm not following at all.
I'm not sure I am either. I think my brain's just not processing this one.
Okay, well, I'm trying to come up with some ideas
Me
because this
too.
mechanic is fucking with me. I'm just jotting down stuff.
There's gotta be a way you can split these into a priority system that isn't having to understand like literally what all 7 other players are thinking on a fucking
Yeah.
quantum
You
level.
Like, you have
You
to
don't
be able
have
to.
to think about what other people are doing. You just have to know your
Can
priority
you-
based on your debuff.
Can you show me the picture to the right?
The problem I have, Revenge, is I have to be aware of some needing to move out. Like on the, I think it was actually the first example when we had Happy over here,
You never have to.
and you
If
didn't
there's
want to
a-
put the ninja here.
So if there's an intercardinal, if you are a if you're a tank and the DPS are the meteors, if at any point in time there's an intercardinal in your quadrant, that's yours. 100% of the time, without fail.
So your rule number 1 is splitting the groups to inner and outer, based on the meteors.
Yeah, so if basically my thought is I'm situating the meteor players into the most efficient towers. So we're doing that like 1 player, 2 player swap, etc. if you need to. If they're set up adjacent, you're setting them up to be opposite. They're prioritizing the cardinal towers. Beyond that, if you're partnered with a meteor player and there's another tower out there in your quadrant, that's your tower. Like, you have to... So, if there is a tower out there... Or, sorry, if there's more than 1 tower out there, That's 100% your tower, because essentially you're taking priority of the outer towers in your quadrant 100% of the time. There's never a world where you're going to take an inner tower, because there exists an outer tower in your quadrant.
If I look at this one over here, we have 2 quadrants with nothing.
Then they are prioritizing inner.
So this person is guaranteed. The person that's on this tower is guaranteed this tower.
I can't see your mouse.
Oh, you
actually.
can't see my mouse? Oh, I didn't realize. Let me just copy some of these.
Are these the only 3 patterns?
No.
These are the ones we've seen. No, it's completely random. These are just the 3 that we've seen. So I'm using them as examples. We need to find a rule set that works for all of them in a simple way.
Okay, I might have thought of another way to do the light party thing that I was thinking.
Let me finish the thought process of walking Zeph through this first,
Okay.
so I don't derail him. So go off of this example now. What were you trying to say?
So this Dragoon has nothing on the outside. Hang on. I need to think about this. Let's assume that so the DPS have the meteor. So we could say that it's like this. And normally if your grouping has the meteor, you would be out. Is that right or wrong?
That's correct.
Okay, so because their group.
Well, no. Okay, so here to clarify,
they're looking for something on the outside, but they don't find it. Therefore, they go in.
Yes,
That's
that is
okay.
correct.
So you look. So I'm just thinking from the perspective of Dragoon or Summoner. They see on the party list, or they see over people's heads that DPS are the meteors. So what you then do is you turn around and look for your tower. So Dragoon looks over here, Summoner looks over here, but they see nothing. And so, completely disregarding everything else, they say to themselves, I am now on the inside.
Actually, no, because you notice that the Summoner is going to be paired in the north, right? So if they're paired north...
Okay, so that's a counterclockwise pairing rather than clockwise.
Oh. See, I assumed you did a swap.
How are our waymarks? No, okay, so in this example, I'm just using default positions. Okay. So let's just say Bard and Ninja. We'll just ignore the swap for now. Bard and Ninja both get marked.
If Bard and Ninja both get marked, so the Bard is stacking north, right? And the Ninja would be stacking south.
Right. Okay. So we're going to follow. Okay. So we'll follow the rule of always north south and then find the closest tower.
Right. And in that scenario, if you're gonna follow the rules perfectly laid out without changing anything, you would put them there. Exactly.
Okay. So now, if I am a Dragoon or Summoner, I see that they have been marked, and I hang on, let me think. If Summoner probably, I can't remember where our coloured waymarks were. Are the pairing in the cardinals counterclockwise? Okay, Summoners so it's rotating clockwise like this. Yep. Okay. So you go to here and you're looking at your quadrant.
Mm-hmm.
So they're looking up around here, and they see nothing, and so they say, "Okay, I'm on the inside."
Nope.
So
no.
No,
so
they would see this
that. They would see that tower.
They'd see this one.
No, they would see that empty tower right next to the Ninja.
Oh, sorry. Hang on.
So you're.
Are we saying? Sorry. Are we saying that?
If you are the same role as a meteor
the quadrants
marker,
like this?
Yeah.
Are these the quadrants? Oh, okay. So I was imagining.
Oh.
Okay.
I
was imagining these
being
quadrants.
Yeah, I was
I'm
too.
thinking like visual. Oh, so my brain thought like if I am in the first person as that person looking outward, I can look left of me and I can look right of me, to a certain degree.
Okay, so
I'm just
maybe
thinking, like, what's in the reasonable range outside? Sorry,
Okay, so
that's actually not
this
very
is actually
obvious to-
important. This is important because I think this does actually make sense if we're dividing the quadrants like this. Because when you consider that these outer towers are never on a direct intercardinal, that makes a lot more sense. Because there could be one here as well. You
Yeah,
basically
exactly.
have 3 outer towers that could be in your quadrant.
I'm glad that you asked me because I took that for granted.
I
didn't
think
really
everyone
realize.
was seeing it the wrong way.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, so
okay,
yeah, that's actually a big deal. So hang on.
I'm amazed that we've spent the last hour talking about this.
It's a hard mechanic,
waiting for you
dude.
guys to figure it out.
I mean,
Well,
I'm
I
just saying it's
still think the
uncharacteristic
light
for
party
us to
thing will
do
work.
that.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel like it's necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's uncharacteristic. We normally are shut
That's
the fuck up.
because
let's
this
see
is
it
our
again,
first
yeah.
time doing an ultimate. As
Yeah,
this,
yeah. I'm just,
you really
no,
gotta dig your-
I'm impressed. Is what I'm saying.
you
I
gotta-
like it.
For some reason, this mechanic really
I
clicks with me,
just-
and I feel like I'm explaining it horribly, and I feel awful. That's why I
Ye-
want to run through this.
Okay, so
I've been
obviously
listening
my
the whole
total
time, but my
feedback,
world has been upside down for the past hour in the best of ways. So
Okay, man.
Oh, nice. Good for
That's
you.
good.
it's upside down
Okay,
from being tough to being good.
Good.
I just want
Upside
these lines sort of vaguely there so we can see them. Might help with visualization. So these are the quadrants. We're treating the quadrant.
Gonna deafen for a second to explain. If you guys haven't seen, just go look at Mr. Happy's stream. He's doing a fundraiser for his family. It's pretty important, so you should go check it out.
You're saying a quadrant is either side of where you put ice.
Yeah.
You notice ice touches all the towers in your quadrant, basically, right? When you put it down
Yeah.
correctly.
So you
It
would have
touches
to
all
put
the
it here
nearest
and
inner
the-
towers and all the nearest outer towers in your quadrant.
Yeah, but
So your
there
ice
would be a
is effectively-
safe
Yeah.
spot just barely on them.
Okay.
So, I'm going to reset the positions. Let's just reset now that we realize, now that we've had this revelation.
Okay, so we're basically combining what Revenge was saying with the idea of quadrants, is what we're doing.
Yes, because
Okay.
I feel like this might help.
It'll be
in
easier to
determining who's going.
digest because then you just flex to another quadrant rather than
Yeah.
have these abstract,
Fucking
idea of what you have to do.
quantum physic brain analysis.
So we're kind of marrying
6
Woops
consoles.
and
Marrying Whoops.
Marrying Whoops.
he interrupted me when I said that. I'm sorry.
Nice.
Flooshed.
We'll do that after.
Nah, he told me to get away from him.
Oh.
It's true, I did.
All right. So now let's walk through this one again.
So we need them opposite, first and foremost.
Correct. Think about
Swap.
their pairings too when
We'll
you
do
do
a swap.
this. Think about what their original pairings would be.
So I
So-
feel like I, as a DPS, would be looking to see these two markers next to each other rather than opposite. And as a tank healer, you'd be looking for the same thing. You want to make sure that you're seeing the markers opposite.
Yep.
And then
you do it
based on that-
exactly like you would hourglass in light rain.
Yeah.
See, I guess that's probably why that went under the radar. That
Yeah,
comparison.
so
You say hourglass, but wouldn't this kind of just be whoever is more clockwise with their fire swaps with the person clockwise from them? So the
No,
ninja
it's
swaps
just-
with the bard?
It's just the same mindset of like if you have a box in light rampant and you're trying to make an hourglass, that's the kind of swap you're considering.
There's a rule to that, though. You need to create an artificial rule to this so that the swap is always consistent.
Yeah, let's go through the
There isn't a
examples.
tether
So-
to look at and know how to move it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So in this case, you need to go opposite. So we decide ninja swaps with bard, right?
And you decide that because
But-
the ninja was more clockwise from the dragoon.
Ow. You decide that
Ow,
because
ow, ow, ow,
the clockwise DPS from them don't have a debuff.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the priority.
then you
if
have-
you look clockwise and there's a DPS with a debuff.
Oh, okay.
then
So
you're not
all
the
right.
swap
So
partner.
in this case, the dragoon looks
Dragoon
clockwise.
with ninja.
Doesn't see it. Okay.
And they swap. I think that's
Yeah.
the good prio to do.
Yeah. So
Okay. So you look clockwise. If you don't see it there, then you swap.
I mean, you just
Correct.
look straight forward. If the dude to your right has one, you run to your left, you know?
My only... Actually, no, that still works.
You just need to be
Hang on,
ready
so this-
because
this
if
is
two
okay.
people, if the person opposite you, roughly, and the person to your right have it, you need to swap with the person to your right. So everyone's going to kind of need to be looking that way.
I think there's never a world where... I mean, as long as the quadrant exists where the meteor person is... Sorry, a tower exists in the quadrant that the meteor person is, you'll always be able to make it work. I think there needs to be a little, like, movement and a little bit of flex in this scenario where you have, like, 5 towers on one side.
I'm
Is
just
there
gonna
even a
double-check these.
pattern where there isn't one? I don't
Yes.
think there is. Every single...
It seems like there is always. Yeah, that's what I was checking. There's
always
always
one.
at least one. In
That's
every
why
quadrant.
north-south might work, because they might just have to go, like, north-northeast, right? But they
Yeah.
can still get it.
In this case, you can't go
Yeah,
clockwise.
this still
but there
works.
is only one tower here.
The ninja has one choice. The bard would get the one closest
Yeah.
to straight north.
I mean,
Yeah.
now that we're simplifying it to the point of if debuff to your clockwise, swap, don't swap. If no debuff, swap. Then I think that's simple enough to maintain as a rule.
So are we always gonna try to drop the meteors as north and south as possible?
I believe that is the call.
North and south
I
quadrants.
I think even if it's the 1, 2, or 3 in the north or south quadrant, if that makes sense, on the far wall, whether it's north by northeast or north by northwest or north, I'm pretty sure you'll have enough space and time to drop meteors and still get to the other side where your other
I'm
meteor
just
part
wondering.
was.
This is a random thought, but what happens if this tower is here instead? Oh, wait. Oh, okay. So hang on. Let's just pretend east and west is north south. So you're so you need the flares here.
Are these actual possible combos that can happen in the game, by the way?
These are the 3 that we've seen. I copied them directly.
Okay. So what if you see this? This is where I'm not
so
sure
this
if...
what I'm looking at here. If we
That's 9
Hang on.
towers, by the way, brother.
Yeah, no, I'm okay. Let me just redraw this one, because I was trying to just imagine an extra tower, but
What?
let me do this. I don't know if this is possible, but if it is, it would cause problems. Because now, now you have a problem of these 2 towers being relatively close to each other, the Bard and the Ninja towers, assuming that they both have the Meteor. It's a little bit moot at the moment because it might be coded in such a way that something like this can't happen. Although, but the thing is, because then you also have valid east-west, so I feel like it could happen.
Yeah, I don't.
Where
think
we're
I don't
using
think
north
the
south.
right call. I don't think the right call is hard forcing north south. I think the right call is always just doing this, like the most reasonable swap in the middle, like you would if you have 2 people adjacent to each other, and then just dealing with north south or east west, whichever pops up. I don't think that you hard commit to
Okay.
one or the other. Right?
Where I'm at right now is I'm thinking we go with hard north-south right now, and we work out the rest of the rules first. And then if we come up with a pattern like this, then it's only changing one thing in the rule set, and
Yeah,
everything
I
else
think that's
stays the
fair.
same.
As long as you, yeah.
Because I
Because
feel
you're
like we
really-
need to just run with something right now. Just
Yeah,
come
I
up with the
agree.
rules set, and
I-
if there are problems with it, then we adjust.
I do have a couple ideas. Because I'm thinking, for each tower that is not in the middle is a tower outside. If you could create some sort of rule of someone watches the meteor and goes from closest to that, like Whoops was saying, you could in some way clean it up a bit without making everyone on the map do that.
Yeah, I still think there's a way you can split the arena in half, like we do for the first mechanic and the light parties, and then have a priority system based off that.
this could work the same way with just the arena split in half.
But you could still you still run into situations where it's lopsided though, so you're not
Lopsided is
split it.
because what the logic I'm going for is someone is going to be with the meteor player, getting a tower near them in some instances. So you just need a simple rule for them to know that it's weird, and the meteor player can be like, "I'm getting right."
I
That's
maybe
I set up.
yeah.
With Cardinal versus Cardinal.
This, I don't know if this is the right way to think about it, but every single fight in this game has been designed such that you can do the fights without communication.
Yeah.
There's always been a priority system for every single mechanic in the game that
So-
doesn't need communication.
I see.
I'm
no
wondering
issue
if there's a
putting the
rule.
Dragoon
Has
in
there
the
ever
northeast
been
right
more
there,
than
and then
4
the
on one half
ninja
of the
card?
arena?
There's been 5 and 3, but it depends how you split it in half.
Yeah.
It's been
Yeah.
6.
Because if you split it this way, then it's 4 and 4-ish. I mean, these two are cut in half, obviously.
I think
I've been
there's a way
thinking
we can
they
split it
will
with
be
markers, like
outside.
for T-limit cut. You know how we say
I've been
like, A to
wondering
C?
if there ever a quadrant that has none. If you could cut it almost any way.
There's
don't
never
think
a
we've
quadrant
seen
that has
all
none,
three.
but there's been quadrants that have none on the outside, which leads into the
Yeah.
rule set that I was creating for priority.
If you can immediately designate this many people in that one, this many people in that one.
Like we haven't had an example that was oops.
Like, I just want to know what is holding people up from understanding
We haven't seen
my-
this happen, for
my
example.
priority.
It makes sense, Revenge. It's just a lot of thinking really fast. And as history has repeated itself, I'm like Zeph said, there's got to be a way that people can do this without that level of understanding. There's got to be an easier way to split it into light parties like we do for the other mechanics.
We need to let people tunnel a little bit and maybe have designated flexors in some shape or form that are aware of what the meteors are doing.
Yeah, so like
I'm thinking the
light
meteors
parties
are
and
an
then have
anchor
someone
with this
flip.
strat, right? Like if you got the meteors and you set rules for them, okay, you've got an anchor. You could do things relative to them. And
Is
it's
it really that
easier
much
for
thinking,
people.
though? It's 3 if it's like 3 if else's basically. Like, I don't know. Like, could you give? Like,
Okay, so let me go back to this example because we came up with a rule. If you look to the left,
I don't want
because you have meteors.
Overcomplicate it, but
yeah, well, the problem I had with what we talked about just before is you look to the left, the person that has a vacant spot clockwise swaps. How easy is it for that person to know that they are about to be swapped with?
it would just be vocal, right? If there were
Yeah, but we don't want to. So what I'm saying, going back to what Whoops and I said, is there has to be a way of knowing without it being vocal, and it has to be easy. There's always an easy way.
I feel like we
there
don't
has to
need
be a way to split the
visually-
arena in half and have it be 4-4. That's what I
well,
think.
because you're standing like
Every
this,
time.
right? You're standing
Yeah.
around in a circle like this right before you stack up with everyone. I think you can visually see 2 DPS next to each other.
Actually, well, I guess I answer my own question by saying if you don't have one, you look anti-clockwise or to your right. If you do have one, you look to your left. If they happen to be next to each other.
The only reason I never understood you, Revenge, is because you didn't break it down. You didn't type a simple set of rules, so it didn't click in my head.
I don't know. I guess
I don't see. Did you put them in any chat?
Yeah, and the King Thornton chat was where I wrote everything. I mean, I didn't.
That's
break it
a
down.
Yeah,
party-wide explanation. Meteor step 1, meteor step 2. Something simple, because that's what's going to happen. So, if your meteor prioritize cardinal / inner, if your meteor players are tall, your players are not your role, prioritize inner cardinal.
I was basing it off of comparing yourself and your role to the meteor players to determine your priority, rather than like you as Pharaoh have this rule set. It's kind of more comparative to what the meteor role is, because that way you are divvying out the allowance of towers to particular people, because like there's gonna be, by default there are less cardinal towers than there are intercardinal towers, just by the facet of how many cardinals exist. So you always want to prioritize those towers to the people who are with the meteors, because there's just inherently less of them.
That's way too much thinking. That's way too much fucking thinking, dog. there is an easier way. I am convinced at this point.
Kicked me out of the game.
Can we get in there and see a few more patterns at least?
It might be good because we're
Yeah,
gonna end up
I get
spending the rest of the night doing
Yeah,
this.
okay. Yeah, all right. I guess that's fair enough.
If people aren't too tired now.
Slay, are you
Go back
awake?
and
I really hope everyone has been paying
I heard the
attention, 'cause
creak of the
otherwise
chair.
everything we talked about is so pointless.
This is fucking hard. We could use all
Came
the help
back
we
to
could
life.
get.
Dude,
If anyone is a fucking genius and knows how to do this.
I know what Revenge is saying will work. I see the sound in it, but it's gonna be really hard to think of every
Yeah,
single pull.
like
that
the
quickly.
thing is, the only reason I question it is because I'm imagining myself in the fight, doing it in the moment, and I'm not confident that
Me
I'm going
neither.
to know what I'm doing.
What he said
Like,
works
I'm not
100%. It's just will it work 99 out of 100 pulls?
I'm just trying to, like, if you guys have an alternative that is like easy to understand that we could attempt.
I want to map
I'm
out a few
okay
more
with it.
patterns, and then I think in fact, I'm 99.9% sure there's a way you can split the arena in half and just count 1, 2, 3, 4 somehow.
Like, if that's doable, great, and I'm down to do it. I just didn't want to oversimplify it, which would lead to like just some patterns. That
So your
weren't
idea was
doable.
to overcomplicate it instead?
No, I just solved it. I just solved it for every possible combination.
I assume you're ready, Revenge, so I'm gonna send us in because
Yeah.
you're offline when I already checked.
Yeah.
Oh, repair. I spent all that time not repairing.
I'm thinking about
Anyway,
what you
sorry
said,
if I wasted
Whoops.
your time otherwise.
No, everyone's input is appreciated, and I'm happy you figured out a way to do it. Yeah, just keep in the back of your mind, Whoops. I want to go with your idea and brainstorm it, and I'm wondering if splitting the arena via the meteors themselves is
Yeah.
an easy way to do it.
The thing is, I think both ideas work. We just need the one that is better is the one that can simplify the thinking steps the most.
Yep.
I kind of want to try it, like, fourth trio, for real. Like, I'm imagining you're standing there and you're just kind of spinning your camera and you're like, that meteor's there, that meteor's there. The question is, how do you... We definitely need to do it to see how fast it is and get a feel for it before we start coming up with more shit.
Yeah.
We need to get there with 8 people alive also.
And then, yeah, once we map out a few patterns, it'll probably be time to wrap up for the day, and then we can just sleep on it and fucking
Yeah.
GG tomorrow.
By the time we
Alright.
wake up,
Group
it'll probably be
strats when we
clipped.
wake up.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I assume there'll be viable stuff
Oh yeah, that
when
too.
we wake up.
That people will probably come up with an easy strategy for that by the time we're awake.
Most people are into, or not most people, but a good amount of people are into the next phase too. So I'm sure there are plenty of VODs to review.
All right.
Like, we can totally YOLO this meteor.
I wonder
strategy,
if
by
the
way.
next phase has a checkpoint as well.
We're super good enough to YOLO
It does
it-
not.
the meteors, but
It does not?
It does not. There are no more checkpoints.
Okay, if it doesn't, then we do need to figure this out, Revenge. Because I was gonna say, if there's another checkpoint, just use a bad strat and grind.
yeah,
I agree. You need a You need one.
You
that
need a
works for every
really good,
iteration.
that's
because
solid.
you're gonna have to go through all of it every single time.
They did a. God, it's so mean. The next phase starts with a BJCC thing where everyone just fucking blows up from damage.
Awesome.
Nice.
It's great.
Looking forward to it.
I won't tell you what happens, but everyone fucking dies.
We
Thanks,
should
man.
probably focus on this so we don't have dumb mistakes.
I'm full
Because it's-
focus. Get ready to do your.
Line up. Line up.
Yep.
East.
Look around.
You can hear him drop down, by the way. He's pretty loud.
Fatty.
Yeah, you can hear his armor clank.
On the
I never
paladin.
even looked for him. PlayStation mechanic.
your
Alright.
mark.
Warrior.
Look around.
I've got. Are you the next silence? That's your.
Yeah, it's mine.
Out. Out. I'm the next silence. Keep them even.
Oh, my cleave isn't hitting.
Oh, okay. I'll fix it next
It's
time.
okay, they're dying. Kill Alpha Delta for
Who?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Tank healer melee ranged.
Yep. Tanks first. They move in a little bit slower just in case. Healers go. Melees go. Range go.
That's me.
Oh!
You were too far. Just survive.
This is fine.
It's
Wait, I
okay.
need to live this time. I need
Yeah.
to live.
Okay.
Valor's so powerful.
That was
Yeah,
payback
revenge.
for
You
before,
didn't get a
bitch.
cleave.
Revenge, I was going to give you intervention and heal you.
I was spamming heals to keep you alive, you little
Because
bitch.
you let me die the last time.
What?
Oh
my god!
Wait, what?
Why?
Wall it there.
Huh?
It set us back. Don't wall it there until he's actually
Yeah,
hitting
make
you.
sure it says that
Oh,
you've gotten
God.
the limit gauge.
Oh my
reset.
god.
It did.
It
says the limit
literally
gauge
autoed
resets.
him and killed him.
What?
Oh, well then
It
survive
said
better.
It said the limit
Yeah,
gauge
it says
reset.
limit gauge reset in the chat.
Yeah, it even said it.
It
Well then
Did I
just
do
survive
that?
better.
Guess wait for him to fucking hit you 3 times? I don't know, dude.
Or hit him once or something.
Small
That makes
indie
no sense.
game.
We've
Also, just
progressed.
don't murder everyone.
Yeah. Let's just pull again. Let's not let the tilt stop
Yeah.
our night. Revenge, please don't kill us next time, and we'll be fine.
Yeah, revenge.
Thanks, Revenge.
Poor Revenge.
You're
You can
very
spend
bad.
3
Pulling
hours
so long.
talking to us about quantum physics.
I honestly, I don't know why,
Then you
because I've been the
fucking
only one alive there
Wipe
before.
us. How dare you?
And I targeted him and then just walled it, and it was fine.
That was the stupidest
So I
one.
don't know why that happened.
That was the dumbest wipe. That should. Can't believe it reset us, man. Well, we get to kill Alfalfa again. Fear Agafil. Brown is safe. Brown is safe.
Shit myself.
Oh,
Not that type of brown.
Aw.
Raising.
Look around. That's fine. Look around.
East. Get knocked east.
Did you try to do stay in?
Yeah. I'm a greedy little guy.
They're too wide. They're way too wide.
Never know till you try.
On the tower.
If we get so that I remember we do.
I think we don't get it until the
PlayStation
phase.
mechanic.
On the
Look
warrior.
around. Look around. Look for your partner. Target the right boss.
Get ready for in or out.
Out.
Oh, I was targeting the wrong one. No. It's silence. That has to be your silence Slayer coming up.
Player. Oh, okay, good, thank you.
Sorry.
I'm not. I'm gonna
we
stay
might
in
get a
bone
cast
until Holiest.
LB.
Use your buffs, by the way. Don't.
Yeah. And we have an
Actually-
LB coming. It's not fast.
No, it's not fast enough. That's. I'm sorry.
It was 2 deaths that fall. 2
You can't
d6.
even-
Yeah,
can't even
Happy,
use one
what the
instead.
fuck, dude?
Dude, Whoops, you just stood in the middle.
It docked.
Let's spend our last hour productively. We need info on the meteors.
Yeah.
Play really safe.
That's what I think.
That's correct. That means Brown is safe.
Oh, guys, remember to eat food. Jeez,
Who wouldn't be doing that?
that'd be silly, goofy if you didn't have food on.
It'd be even sillier if you had unupgraded Tony gear on.
Yeah, imagine wearing like a 580 ring right now or something.
Sure.
He's been tanking fine.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. DPS check's fine. It's not.
I
hurting my
could name at
survivability.
least 3 other tank classes that could tank better.
At least.
Okay, don't piss off our tank. Let's stay focused, guys. Please.
At least 3, yes.
I mean, Blue Mage is a strong tank.
And
Positions.
line up.
I respect that.
Up time.
Down left. Look around.
North.
Go north.
On the Paladin.
Kind of tired. My sleep so
Not allowed.
good.
Look for your partner. Eyes open. Target the right boss. That should be okay.
Grenache needs more.
How did only one person die?
Shields. I have a 2-minute.
Out.
Thank you for that. I was not fucking looking.
Yeah, I got a
My
3-minute
silence.
damage down,
Grenache
by the
needs
way.
more.
So
Grenache's
I'm
way
just
lower.
healing.
Silence.
I think Grenache's way higher.
Pump into Paladin, I'll LB.
I was gonna.
They're both at 3%.
No, let
both-
me. Oh.
Yeah, that's actually the right call, but we didn't do what he said.
Nobody trusted me!
If we did a little more damage on the
Well, you said
Paladin,
Paladin, not Sir Adafel.
Everybody always asks, what are you doing, Whoops? Not how are you doing, Whoops? Fuck!
Who are you?
I is Whoops.
You to pieces!
Party stack. Make sure you're not too far out.
Far out.
Yes.
Wicked. Ready for mechanics? East.
Over here, Revenge.
What?
Huh?
On the Paladin.
I'm in melee combo. Get it.
PlayStation mechanic.
Look
On the
around.
Warrior.
Be done with you.
Oh my god.
I'll get him.
With an LB used properly, it might still be okay.
In. This is my silence coming up.
So are you gonna LB the brown one?
What?
The guy
We're
standing
not
on the
gonna
brown.
have
The
LB.
guy standing on the brown.
We're not
Oh,
gonna
we
have
don't.
LB.
We have LB right now.
Now we
We have
have it.
LB.
LB.
It's way too
Yeah, no.
such a short amount of time.
Okay. God damn it.
The LB wouldn't have even finished.
I've never died doing that. That's the first time I've died to that. Sorry about that. I cheat. I don't go exactly on the marker. I go a little bit away from the person I'm spaced right next to.
Is that for you? Okay.
Yes, why?
That wasn't convincing.
What?
I don't know. Just sometimes slip up.
What have
and
I done
say
wrong?
Some things.
What? Oh no!
I'm
What did he say?
colorblind, so I still don't know which one you meant.
I was referring to the ground he was standing on.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying
That's
to
a weird way of saying that.
I'm trying to make it unambiguous.
Sure,
I
man.
suggest that you didn't achieve.
Because one guy was on the outer green platform, the other one was in the middle on the brown platform.
Party stack.
Really?
You could have LB the brown one?
Well, because last time Pharaoh complained about not using the name, so I'm like, okay, let's use the.
So you use the color.
Yeah, I totally knew what you were
The
talking
color
about.
that they both are?
I meant the floor.
Mechanic.
Oh man.
I'm gonna go all the way over here.
Yeah.
South.
God, you're right. He is fat.
Yeah, you can hear him.
I thought you were gonna say brown. Paladin.
He has a name, you know.
PlayStation mechanic.
Filthy rats.
Filthy
Warrior.
rats.
Be done with you.
God, I'm so awesome.
It's your silence. Trino is higher.
Yeah.
Gonna be in or out. In.
We don't
That's a
have
weird sound
LB.
effect for that.
They're dead.
Focus the one that weighs more. Good job.
I like this talking down to our enemy.
THMR.
And make sure you're inside the boss hitbox.
If you're the one baited.
Yep. Healers go.
Next.
Allies go. Range go.
Don't kill us, I'm healing.
Kills you.
Killing everyone.
Look at that. Look at that.
Dude, awesome.
Wait, I'm alive.
Yeah, I was saving you. That's what
Hit
would have
the
happened the other
boss.
4 polls ago if you didn't kill me.
Keep
I'm
hitting-
afraid.
Keep hitting the boss until
Wait,
we
why
die.
are you doing that, Zeph? Stop,
What?
Zeph. Play
What?
the fight.
Well,
Everyone's
we
alive.
don't have the
alive.
we don't have the
Wild
we
time,
kind of
bitches,
rely we rely on
yeehaw!
that a little bit, I would say.
Okay, if it
The
sets
way
us
mark
back,
will be
then we're
crucial.
in trouble.
If it
Well, we're
puts
not
us
in
back
trouble.
to
I
the
mean,
first phase,
They definitely
I'm
just
going
not
to
fixed
bend.
it, Smile.
Okay, I'm walling now. If it doesn't work, we have a cursed instance.
Do you think there wasn't meant to be a shortcut?
I've had other people say that if you don't actually hit the boss once.
Yeah, I threw a shield lob as I walled it that one
Okay.
time.
Where's my fucking macro?
Okay.
Here it is.
All right.
And,
guys.
do we have the same? I'm just checking out.
Nice
preset
job,
here,
nice
the
job,
same,
nice
okay.
job.
Wow.
All
Toxic.
right, guys. Hit the gray one. Let's go. Hit the gray one.
All right. 5-second countdown.
Hit the one that smells like beef.
Me?
That's not a nice joke.
Why not?
Because he says move.
Get ready.
Move. Smells like beef in here.
Whoops. Good match, good match, good match, good match.
Stop spamming. Stop spamming. Stop spamming.
Who's draw? I'm gonna do.
I think it's a good thing we're ending in an hour.
I'm going insane!
It's falling apart.
1-3.
1-3. Yeah.
I already said that.
Sorry. Dodge Earth. Ready. Move.
Paladin's B.
Mitigation.
So,
Going left, going left.
Going
left.
right and right.
Please stop
Why did
dodging
that,
so close
why
to
did
my
that
guy.
sound like we were gonna die? Like so confidently.
Because it didn't hit expedient clip,
sabotaged.
and I started panicking
That was
because I was
so
going so
close.
fucking slow.
You know, like that gif of Paul Rudd on the computer where he's like, "Oh shit!" and he like winces, then he goes, "I'm fine." That was me, that fool.
Dude, not having expedient makes me feel like I turned on RP walk.
I prefer ERP walk.
mechanic time.
All right, get ready.
Stand next to the brown one.
Shut up. They're going clockwise.
Watch the eye.
gazes. Okay, don't watch the gaze.
Woo!
Yeah, I mean, don't, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, don't. You know what we mean.
Yeah.
That was just lack of a player because they died.
Oh wait, this is what we're. Hang on.
Get the pattern. Yeah. You know, we're doing
No,
we're
it's
doing
okay. I've got it.
good.
I've got it.
We're
I
doing
just-
great.
For some reason, I thought it was the next mechanic, and I don't know, it caught me off guard. I'm like, wait a second, it's here already.
If anyone
I didn't-
questions why we spent an hour talking about that, we're just gonna fucking die instantly on it for the rest of the night. We're just trying to learn more.
Yeah.
It's that hard of a mechanic.
I just need to clip it, and then I'll jot it down later.
I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to the solved strategy by Zeph tomorrow morning.
Yeah, he has bags going down to the
In,
floor.
in that hour, I just want to be clear. Are we still just putting the meteors in the... Like, we're not trying to bait them in specific spots or put them in, like, BC or BD?
I mean, we can kind of try to get something going. It's just, it's hard.
I think we
That's
should-
all it is.
It's gonna be
try-
80% YOLO.
We should
the
try
meteors
to north
correct
and
and then
south
we'll
them
try
as,
that.
as much as
Yeah,
possible.
I agree with Happy. So meteors, do we
YOLO
want to
the
do
rest.
the person cardinal? If there's a meteor on B and C, does C always swap with D? Is east-west okay, or do you want to fix them north-south? So if there's a meteor east and west, do you want them to both rotate to north-south?
Let's try just fixing a north-south for now.
Okay, so
whatever.
meteor's
If it doesn't
always
work.
north-south then. That is the
And
rule.
we'll do
Just split and
tanks
YOLO.
before healers
Within-
and DPS 1 to 4.
Yeah, within the quadrant. So when you're on your cardinal and you're looking behind yourself, there are only 3 possible tower positions that can be there. And you're taking the one... It's basically on the cardinal, clockwise, otherwise counterclockwise, as your priority. And we'll see if that works. Let me just publish this clip.
Wow, sorry.
Yeah,
Let's see.
just give me 7 people who do my strat. Now I have to learn your strat.
Okay, I'm good to pull.
If I had 7 clones, I would have cleared this fight already.
Dude, the amount of time I spent figuring out all of those rules in the mechanic, I'd be so sad if we don't use it.
I'm gonna be really happy if we don't.
No, you're Woops.
Just be smarter.
Well, get ready.
Fuck, Mr.
Move.
Happy
Oh.
is so
I'm not counting it out. I think the missing piece
my
is
God.
just me dying. I've used HG. I'm not dead. The missing piece is just the simplified thought steps. It might work in principle, it's just the way to think about it that is currently missing.
I guess my brain's kind of fucky because I thought about it. I
AC?
feel like that's simple to
yeah,
me.
psycho.
I guess I'm just not.
Slayer, I'm going to need a TBN.
That was
Oh,
close.
I'm literally
Ready?
like,
Move. Slayer, you're going to have
Oh,
a...
we're dead. We're dead.
It's just so much
was just
talking
make-
there.
I was about to make a lot of requests of
There
Slayer.
was a lot of talking there.
Can't go back to thinking about the meteors so hard. We're fixing them north-south. Try and make that work. Don't overthink it. We need to get
Yeah.
there alive. We're fucking up
Yeah.
the jumps still.
Get ready. Move.
This is the first one that I'm actually super sick of the music.
What?
I'm not trying to be mean. Let's keep the comms to just the mechanics for the rest of the night.
You got it. 2-4.
2-4.
Paladins D.
I'm taking right.
I'll go mid then.
Where's F?
Valor, you
That's
get left.
okay.
yeah, yeah.
I was sitting in this tower anyway.
Good flex.
Love that. Love that.
Slayer didn't die to LB. Just wanted to note that.
Busters.
Okay, this is the one. Focus up here.
Clockwise. Watch the gazes. What?
Okay, I'll just get the pattern at least.
Not sure what I looked like. I must have looked at a gaze.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
What the fuck is this pattern?
Free middle. We've actually seen this pattern before. That's one of the examples. That's the second example. Almost. Except one. Oh, it had one extra tower in the middle. There was one difference there.
Before I forget, the stop for the part that we died on was right here.
Oh, I actually shared a screenshot earlier because I am. When you see the orange circle around the orb, if you run halfway into it, like halfway to the middle, that has been a successful safe spot for me every single time.
Okay, I found out why I died. Sorry about that. It's
If
not.
you scroll up, yeah. And if you don't mind, I'll just relink it at the bottom so you know which one I'm talking about. I shared it earlier, but I don't think it got any attention because I've been stopping on the thick green line every single time, and I haven't been hit. Like, I'm not looking at the ground, I'm looking at the AoE and just going halfway in. And there's a bit of lenience, because it's a bit of a long safe spot. But that spot there is the dead center of it. Okay, we good to pull?
Yeah. What you said might hopefully help some people.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just mostly eyeballing it. The gaze is killing me more now.
Oh, yeah, you just don't want to look at that one.
Haha.
Get ready. Ready. Move.
BD.
Biddy. Dodge Earth.
Oh, I'm hit, I think. Yeah, my bad.
Paladin's B.
About to be a very bad time.
Sacking.
Unless... Okay. What's your tower revenge?
Oh. What?
No, we had
Yeah, I'm late. I should have called it revenge.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm gonna call it out loud next time. I have to stop and raise and heal sometimes.
Yeah, I was trying to shut my mouth while you worked on doing
I'm
that.
just gonna yell. I'm gonna keep doing that. I know it's annoying, but I have to yell sometimes because I can't move to get into the line. I have to heal. I'm saving more stuff for later, so I'm stopping more there now.
Ready. Move.
One, three.
Ready. Move.
Paladin's 1.
Mitigation.
I'm getting right.
God left.
How did he die?
Gonna
Too
assume.
close
I
to
got
me
hit
by
by
the look of
Zeph's
things.
thing.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Accepted that.
In between us? Between me and Ferret?
He was
Yeah,
further
it's
to the wall.
Where he died,
so-
yeah, where he
Oh.
died was closer to me.
Yeah, it's
Like,
like,
it was
the
off a
cleave
little bit.
Garuda does in the Ultima. It's like a 180. It's really wide.
Okay.
Hubba bubba. I mean,
Ready.
You guys hear something?
Move.
stop poking me. I'm busy, Pat.
CA.
AC. Yep.
Woo!
I heard B and I heard so many things.
I almost gave you the
Yeah.
spot.
Where? Oh,
I
no,
had,
get
I
that.
had,
Because
I had
I
like
couldn't-
3 different letters.
Did I say?
You said AC. I also said AC. I thought.
Do you want to call it every time?
No, I'm.
I heard the C.
No,
I
I'll
didn't
just
hear
be-
the A.
I'll just be quiet.
Okay. You can call it.
What,
You want to?
What do you want?
I'm not so confident. I just, when I am confident, I thought
mind,
I could
Pat.
call it corroborate the other call. But
That
if
was just an
it's
issue
causing
where we
confusion-
talked exactly
She's
on
being
each other.
so
apparently.
sassy
then,
right now.
Yeah, then I just won't say anything.
Okay.
Ready? Move.
Who do you think you are? Huh? Yeah, I'm talking to you. She's giving me the mugshot stare right now. Like I've wronged her in some way. What?
DB.
Dodge Earth.
Ready? Move.
Paladins 3.
Negation.
I'm going right.
I'll go middle.
Good job.
Wait a second. Heavy.
Really depressing realization.
Busters.
Little bit of hurty. That's my usual cooldown. This
Oh my god.
It hurts. Okay, eyes open.
Clockwise.
Watch the eye.
There's an eye where we are going. Watch the orbs. Halfway into this.
Oh, it's your fault. Sorry.
Good try, good try.
Try get in spots. Just see what we can make happen here.
Try and get those meteors opposite, and then good luck with the rest. I think Happy's taking that one. Oh, it took 100,000 from the ice.
Oh, okay. So is that mine might have exploded? I don't know if I was able to get to that one in time. You saw what I did, Happy? I think that's a
yeah,
little
but
too
I
far.
also think in that case you would have been going inside.
Yeah,
not towards the
I would have
eye.
gone inside, but Revenge was spawning on the one I was planning on taking. So I
There's
was trying to-
definitely
Oh,
enough
yeah.
time on that mechanic to stare at the meteor player and guess which one they're going to take, and then make a decision based off that.
There's another tower inside as well.
So I think Revenge's process might work. Well, I don't know. I just I had my own thought process.
I
Maybe
would
it's
like
not
to
even
keep
anything
pulling,
typically on the- yeah.
even if we
Oh,
literally make no prog on the meteor mechanic, because we need to get there with 8 people.
Yeah.
We all day we haven't done that.
True.
If you end up being sold on my stuff, just take all my thought processes and make it so everyone understands it. 'cause no one understands it.
Forehead.
Okay, try. Ready? Move. Looking for safe spots.
1-3.
Move.
Paladins 2. Pussy 2.
Going right.
I got left.
I got mid.
I'll get him. Oh wait,
No.
is that winnable? No.
Be a touch more off the wall there. I think we shouldn't even be touching the yellow there, or we'll get killed by the tethers.
I don't
Good
think
try.
it should matter. With the angle they're going at, they're making it a small triangle that is safe on the wall. I think he was just too far out, or too close to Slayer. I think that's all that was.
Yeah.
I think either way, either what you or what I said both would apply.
I'm an advocate of the damage down paladin strat.
Man. Ready?
Move.
Move.
What is this, P1S?
I mean, you can't remove what isn't there.
Oh.
Damn.
Don't tilt them. We don't have much time left in here.
Yeah, I can't tilt. It's fine.
That shit hurt him.
Three, 1.
3 minus 1 is 2.
Oh, well that's not ideal.
Move. I don't know that that's winnable.
No,
No,
I had
it's
already
not.
Checked
I
out.
can't. 2 GCDs isn't enough
Yeah.
to.
Get them all.
I can
yeah.
do 1 GCD, not 2.
I just cringed really hard. And I almost pissed my pants.
Nice.
Awesome. How you holding up, Fira?
I'm fine.
Not as long as our savage face.
Is it weird that I feel like everyone's mentality?
Ready? Wait, ready? Move.
Oh no!
I'll get
What
him.
was the last thing Zeph said? Whoops.
Huh?
Say it.
He doesn't know. I think that's the issue.
I ain't listening. Something about pissing his pants? I don't know.
1, 3.
Ready? Move.
Paladins, A.
I'm going east.
Mitigate.
I'm going left.
Oh,
Going right,
you
going right.
really scared me with that move. I thought you were stealing it. Okay, we're all good.
He fucking said hee as he ran over.
Player
there.
needs.
Dude, I saw Farah when I was like, oh,
I called going east for that reason. So I can't line up. I'm healing.
direction, sorry.
That's okay.
Oh no, someone clicked me talking about paladin damage now.
Let's see if we can get through this with 8 people alive. If you die, don't feel bad, but we need to keep
Let's see if
working
this
on
is true or rubbish.
Anti-clockwise.
Watch the eyes. Oh,
Oh my god.
Watch the orbs. Right here. Okay, positions. Look around.
No one that died.
Okay, for yourself.
tank healer. Tank healer meteor.
Meteors should be opposite. They're not right now.
That was a doubled up ice.
yeah.
That's really
Yeah, yeah.
unfortunate. Yeah. Hang on, wait a second. I still see 4 of them. That's not right.
It's because he spawned and dropped it, but it snapshotted the damage on us.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where you guys went, but I found where I was supposed to go. Just use
I'm
my
sorry. The gazes really threw me off for some reason. Because it was behind and where I needed to go was gaze, so I had to look backwards.
Hey,
Or
let
I
me
guess
just.
I could've just
don't know
looked
if I
in.
was. I wasn't grabbing that pattern because I'm trying to do the mechanic as well. So, I'll just see if I got a decent view of it in the clip.
Yeah, I'm afraid I'm gonna blame the gaze for that one.
Wow. Jesus. Jesus.
Just at me, bro.
What
What's your problem?
Jesus.
It's 2022, man.
Okay, no, I didn't see that pattern in my screen. I'm gonna have to remember to do a camera spin. Countdown.
And like,
The way you said it.
gonna have to flame the game.
Ready? Ready? Move.
So glad he repeated it.
Yeah. I mean, it was funny the first time. It's probably funny the second time.
BD.
B. Dildo.
What?
Pharaoh needs to go to bed, y'all.
Are you okay, Pharaoh?
Ready? Move.
Paladins 2. B2.
I'm going to 3 marker. Does that help for revenge?
I'm going left.
I'll go right.
They should put a Nisi in this fight.
You shut your horn.
Yeah.
Okay.
This would be fun if we all knew see at the same time.
Careful what you wish for, it might exist.
Why
You
everyone's so
haven't
mean
seen
to
what
me.
phase 3 is yet. Would you like to
Okay, focus on. Focus.
Clockwise.
Watch the eyes.
Careful
Watch
with the
out.
eye. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Timing. Woo! I think I might have been hit by the charge that
God
time.
fucking damn.
Did you have to backstep that dodge?
We had to just not move for a long time.
You have to move a little bit, otherwise you get dashed on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
I moved
Depends-
too far forward
depends
because I
on the
knew it was gonna
pattern.
Dash.
The thing is,
It depends on the pattern.
he can
So I'm
dash
trying to-
and end up in front of us, or dash and end up far away, and his second dash is in front of us. So you also have to keep that in mind.
I think if the first dash, if they're far away, you need to start moving a little bit more. I think that's
Yeah,
how
you
that
do.
works.
Because I survived.
Yeah, I got hit because I was hesitating.
I took 3 steps and died. I should have only taken 1.
That's what I'm saying.
Ready? Move. That's boulder range.
No, it's not ball.
Mechanic.
Two,
Or
2, 4,
2,
2, 4, 2, 4.
Move.
Paladin seat.
I'll go right.
I'll go mid.
Go left.
Good God, man.
That mechanic is so scary.
Yeah, it really is.
Not that bad. I feel like a lot of this stuff is like more theatrical.
Yeah, you say that as someone that doesn't just get cut off randomly sometimes.
Oh well, I do,
Actually,
I
not
do
that bad.
I do that because it's you. I wouldn't do that to sliding.
Yeah, but I'm fine because I have HE, I'm worried about killing the stack. Okay, focus here. Focus here. Look at your sides.
They're going clockwise,
Watch the eyes.
but they're hitting behind us.
Go, go, go.
Oh, went a little bit too far.
So I think if I do that call, it will help, because if I say they're hitting behind us first, that means you barely move at all in the direction that I've called.
That was actually the exact same pattern as the previous one. Like
Yes,
100%.
so if I say clockwise, but their first hit is behind us, go very slow.
Okay.
If their first hit is ahead of us, we have to catch up to them.
Yeah, I interpreted it the exact opposite way. For some reason, I was thinking they were about to charge into us or something.
Well, if you look
Okay,
at them
so-
while we're there, you can see he's going to hit way behind us, and then he's going
Right.
to charge in front.
So that's take it slow, and then the other one is speed up if it's like aiming it in front.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll try and get better at calling that.
I mean, like I can tell which way it's facing. I just didn't correlate it to.
Yeah. So if they're hitting behind us, it's go slow. Obviously, you're already facing the way that they're going to go.
Okay.
We can pull. We can pull. I'll try and work on that. If I can practice that, it'll make it a little bit easier, I think. If someone else can learn it, then they can also just call it.
How does it make you guys feel that this is basically living
Ready?
liquid?
Move.
Be living liquid, I know.
What?
We're gonna have to do this so many times.
I don't mind doing this. There's no dolls.
It's fair.
This is a really interesting fight. It's keeping me interested the whole time. I don't mind. 1-3.
Oh.
One of these things is not like the other.
Okay, not winnable.
No. Wait, did that actually kill Fira still?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, once I got to that side, I figured I would kill myself.
Whoa.
Oops. I was clipping. Ready? Go.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty sleepy. That waking up every hour last night while I was trying to sleep. Because I was too excited, it was catching up to me. But we're gonna be done in like 20 minutes.
2-4, 2-4.
I'm gonna get some sleep and go tomorrow. Same time.
I got it.
Winnable. Move.
Paladin seat.
Oh, something was over there.
Oh, raising Fira. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was your corpse that was over there.
Sorry, 2-4 is like my weakness. I don't know why. I call it a little bit slower every time.
It's okay, 4-4 is his.
Oh, whoops.
Yes?
I frantically typed CD5 and mashed an extra key afterwards.
What'd you type?
/CD. Move. /CD. Oh no, no! Stop!
Say it! Say it! Say it!
Nuts!
You idiot! You can't believe you just got God.
Caught me off guard because I'm in prog mode.
I like how he
It's not
started
fair.
begging for mercy. He was like, wait, no, please don't.
You got tricked.
It's waited so long to get me.
1-3.
1-3.
3-1.
1-3.
It's actually 3-1.
It's 1-3.
You need to stop revenge.
Ready? Move.
Paladin seat. Holy fuck, I'm getting tired.
I'm going this way, please. Let me go
left.
this way.
Alright,
Middle.
fine. Fuck me, I guess. Whoops.
Hey, you made it over there. Just do that every pull.
No, it's my spot because I was in it.
That's not how that works.
Okay, why was I in it
It's dumb.
Because it was my spot.
Bro, you're wearing slacks. You flex.
They are pretty comfortable.
I bet you don't even have Heaven's Crackers.
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'm gonna try and do the upgraded call out.
It might only work for one side, so just be careful.
It's anti-clockwise, and you shouldn't need to go fast. You can go kind of slow. Normal. We'll call it normal.
Oh.
I still did it wrong.
We have to get slightly faster.
I've
I'm
got
trying to
more.
like memorize the spots on the arena for the different patterns.
Oh my bruh.
And I'm going clockwise. Never mind.
Snapshot that if you can.
What the?
That's one of the weirder
fucking-
patterns. That was the one with only 2 on the inside.
Dude, that mechanic is so hard.
Yeah, I did get a look at it before I came in.
Holy shit, man.
1 second. Okay, I'm ready.
I'm ready. Counts down 5 seconds.
Move.
shit.
Looking for safe spot.
AC.
AC. Ready? Move.
Paladin's deep.
Right.
Hi, Pharaoh.
Hey.
Take
You know, I
this
thought
one.
you said D.
Oh!
Oh no, I don't think he made it.
Did
There
you
was
do
an
what I think
attempt.
you did?
I thought you
Almost made
said I could tell if you said B or D.
Oh my god, again?
Fine. I'll do the call.
Say Bravo and Delta.
B for
I was gonna say
bruh.
bitch or dick.
B for
Or
bruh.
bruh.
D for D's.
Okay. These what?
Balls and dick is fine.
Why
too.
would you even ask that, Seth?
And
I don't know. I'm giving up on life at this point.
Let's go.
Uh-oh. Stinky. Have I shown you guys the video of the Halo announcer saying, D's nuts?
Yeah, ready? Go, move.
I can tell it's the end of the day because my static is
Fucking
ignoring me.
ignored.
I'm not
Don't know
ignoring
wall.
you. I just didn't care to
happens at
reply
the
to what
beginning
you
of the
said.
day too. It's not time specific.
This sucks.
Looking around. Observe.
1-3.
Ready? Move.
Paladin's 4.
Going left.
Going right.
I'll go middle. Thanks, guys. Oh my bruh.
That was close, Pharaoh.
Yeah, because I forgot there was a buster.
Oh, okay.
So I wasted my
Nice.
mitt here.
Orient. Look around.
One needs to go to the other side.
Oh,
What the
okay,
fuck?
that's-
I've never had one. Oh my god.
Oh my bruh.
It's so funny
Fuck
how
me.
5 people die and revenge is the only one you can hear.
No one was dead, right?
No.
Then
No,
Fear
I
and I
guess
need to
it's-
swap there. If that
Yeah, I've
happens.
gotten one before.
Yeah, you've
Oh.
gotten one. I've gotten 2. I thought it was maybe fixed for some reason. Apparently it's completely random.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I've had to swap with Slayer on occasion.
Fuck me.
Playing the gaze route one.
Ready? Move.
Good one.
I don't like where our jokes are going on day one.
It's only day 1. No. It's okay. I'll be better rested tomorrow.
Sure you will.
Look around.
Sorry, balls dick.
There's nobody
Nice.
believe me. Bruddies.
Sounds like a terrible
Ready?
cereal.
Move.
Paladins 2.
0.3.
I'm going right.
I'm going mid.
Who's going left then?
Kira.
Oh. Oh, okay.
She's too cool to do callouts.
Weird.
It's almost like 2 other people did the call out, so there was only one place I could go.
Yeah, now I panicked because no one was going
Yeah,
left.
we didn't hear who was going left. What if we fucked up?
Communicate, man. Come on.
Look around, Orient, check your partner things.
I have one again. Cool. Going clockwise. They're ahead of us. So a little bit quickly, slightly.
Clockwise? Oh. No, that
No,
was counter.
it was
The other way.
anti-clockwise. I called
Yeah.
the opposite of what I fucking meant, which is what
Yeah, I
do when
looked at it
really
and I'm
tired.
like, I don't think that looks right.
Oh my
Anyone
bro.
else smarter than me wanna
I can
that knows
call
how to do that can call it?
Yeah, I can.
You know how to
I can call
identify
that.
if they're jumping in front or behind us as well?
No, I'm not looking that far ahead. I tend to do that on the fly, based on the orbs.
Well, after you figure out where they're going and everything, and you're in your spot, you can see if they're actually jumping in front of you or behind you with their first
It's
hit.
just their angle. Like
If it's
the
in
angle
front,
that they're facing.
then
If it's in front, you want to go a little bit fast. The thing is, if they're jumping behind us, like we're going clockwise, but their first clockwise hit is way behind us, we need to go really slow.
Okay.
So behind is, we need to go slow. I'm sorry, I'm just at that point
I can
where
call it correct.
my brain is said, it literally said I didn't even say what I did. Like, I did it okay. You guys all like, listen to me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I do that sometimes. Ready?
I feel like a
Move,
fart right
move,
now.
move.
I feel like if we were raiding for 16 hours a day, we'd be in a better mental state currently because it's only 13 hours into the day.
No.
I don't think Fura would be.
I think I
It
would
doesn't
be
work
out.
like
You
that,
even said
man.
that.
I think it's all in your head, honestly.
I literally
it's
sleep for
always,
9 hours. I cannot go 16 hours.
I don't want to have this debate.
Bruh
Balls dick, balls
D's.
dick.
Bruh D's.
Okay, bro.
Both D's.
Both of D's.
Ready? Move.
Paladins, bruh.
I'm going to cock.
Right.
Left.
No one went to bitch.
Oh, that's
no
you're
one
right.
went to bruh.
You're right.
You just murdered me.
No one went to bra. The bra tower killed everyone.
You're,
Oh, I'm not dead. Oops. There we go.
Oh, wait, no, it was Happy. Happy.
Yeah, it was me. I was so far over to the left already that when Furo came over, I was like, ah, shit.
Yeah.
Because that would have been
happened.
her correct spot.
I wish it was like more like defamation where you could just hard commit to murdering the shit out of somebody and it's still working.
Hey. Move.
Move.
I'll get it. Oh wait, I physically can't. I have to break my combo first.
He's already up. He's already up.
As opposed to digitally breaking your combo.
Yeah.
One, three.
I almost called it out in Italian.
Run, Pharaoh.
Why?
Hello? Where'd you guys? Huh?
He said, "I'm doing this for you." Whoops! Just runs into me.
Why?
Because I'm fucking tired, man.
Literally, it was just like, "I'm on my way."
I'm really trying here.
Winks.
I'm turning the fucking music off. I'm muting it. I'm playing with sound effects.
Do you want me to sing the song for you?
No,
Kind of, yes.
I can focus better with just sounds. Been hearing that shit for the past 10 hours, man.
Actually, yeah.
Ready?
Ready? A single word.
Move.
I'm listening to
I'm
the wind
amazed
now.
that You were perfectly in sync with my audio when you
We
did
all
that.
got to this phase at the same time, Zaf.
Yeah, but latency. And yet, was still really
I
in
don't
sync.
believe in latency. I'm not in OCE.
Ah, okay. Wow.
That's true.
At least I have a server now, with no one on it.
CA.
Thank you.
Ready? Move.
I moved early.
Paladins 3. No middle.
Going right.
Left, I guess.
I'll go middle.
Wait, there's two middles apparently.
Oh, I'm middle on the other side. The other middle. What?
He was referring to the dive bomb.
Oh,
marker.
that's a banned word. You have to say across.
Bruh.
No, bra is a different spot.
Somebody literally just played bra as a sound effect on my stream when he said that.
Bruh.
B could also be Burger King foot leather.
Get ready. I'm just gonna face this guy north. Never mind. He cannot be turned.
Clockwise. And they're ahead of us, so we can go normal pace here. Just moderately quickly. Oh my god, good job.
Everybody get a good POV of this.
Sprint is good, yeah. Sprint is good.
Fear, get
This is
across from me.
healer.
Oh no.
Taking this one, revenge. Oh, we're not across from each other anymore, Fira. Oh no, let's see what happens.
We missed a tower already.
Ah, shit.
Which
Okay, so Fura came to my spot, which I think meant I had to swap. I just did it a little bit late.
Well, we were...
That's best
What
pull
happened?
today.
We were
I thought
across
we
and
were
then we
doing
weren't.
north-south.
Now, let me clip that one anyway, just so we
You're
have-
smarter than me, Fira. That's what happened. I needed to go south and kick the tank out.
Group.
I forgot we decided that. I'm sorry. But hey, that was really good. We all got there alive
Yeah.
for the first time.
Which tower got missed, out of curiosity?
There was a middle
There's
tower
a
that got
middle
missed.
tower that got missed.
Okay. Did people overcommit to going to the
there
outside,
was-
or...?
No, two people went to the same inner tower.
There was no one paired with me, so like it was either I go on the inside
went-
or the outside.
I went to you at the last second because Fura was...
Can we-
I saw Fura running to my spot.
We should try again, but this time make sure Pharaoh doesn't fuck up the South Meteor.
Hey,
And then-
man.
Okay, I'm just clipping this. Give me 1 second.
Like, the meteors were next to each other, guys. It wasn't gonna work.
Yeah.
I stayed east, and
I
she
mean,
flexed
technically
north.
you can make it work. One just has to rotate counter, right?
I just... I guess.
I think
You're
you
not
can
using a
make it work.
quarter of the arena. Maybe you could just
Yeah.
run a figure 8 with the fucking meteors and somehow get it to work.
I actually think we could probably make that work with doing it like one reverse.
I got a banger idea, Revenge. You run directly at each other in such a way that you only drop meteors between the other ones. And then you cross over
That
each
would be
other and
so
perfectly
cool.
weave the meteors.
Well, maybe if you sprint, that might actually work.
Yeah,
'cause you
sprint with
but
expedient and just cross over each other and hope the meteors don't touch.
it's so disgusting. If you're not directly opposite. Okay, let's go.
Don't dare.
The meteors are kind of disgusting.
You could also gamble with the ice placement and then leave an
Ready?
opening straight through the middle.
Ready? Move.
Place the ice on the outside. Just gamble it's not in that quadrant, and then just run the meteors through the middle.
AC.
AC.
Ready? Move.
Paladins 1.
Right.
Middle. Oh.
Black.
That's not a spot. Revenge.
Let's go, Fura!
That's getting smarter.
I went right under it.
I was trying to yoink it from him and he wouldn't let me.
No.
Busters.
Oh, what?
Sound like the gnome.
Oh wow, Lucy being fast looks so weird.
Did I scare you? I said,
Look at
Revenge, stop. You're cracking me up.
your where you're going to go.
Okay, this is clockwise, but we need to go really slow. This is really slow, guys.
Not on this side. I don't think.
That was.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, I got a clip of me doing it, right? I took like 2 steps the entire time.
yeah, same.
Wait, so
Alright,
like
Mr.
you would
Jeff.
have just stayed in the same spot? That
Cover
was-
me.
I'll clip it for you real quick, and maybe Whoops can too if you
This
did it
is
right.
different. Yeah, this one's different. I haven't seen
I
this.
literally, I could have been in a spot where I wouldn't have had to move.
That was a slightly. That was a more weighted pattern.
That one, yeah, I think that's the first time we've seen the inner towers being opposite. So that might be worth a look.
Maybe you guys can let me know on the hammer.
We got 4 minutes left, by the way.
We can do another poll. But I linked a clip of me doing the really slow. I was like tapping my keyboard like barely. The only way if you don't want to do it like that is to completely position differently.
So. Barring any restrictions on placement on the towers, there are 12,870 permutations.
Thanks. Let's pull.
Yeah, let's go.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I'm looking at Pharaoh's clip just to see how he dodged that.
You can deal with 12,070 of them. We'll deal with the rest revenge.
You know that
Alright, seems good.
that boo-womp sound that plays
I'm
in
good.
SpongeBob whenever someone's sad?
Mm.
Yeah.
I just heard that sound out loud as you said that. Boo-womp.
Damn. I mean, there's definitely restrictions on placements of the towers, but that's if there was no restrictions, so it's probably less.
Move. I can't believe
Every poll, there's only one pattern.
this is true.
Yep.
That's not wrong.
So you only gotta take it one pattern at a time, man.
I mean, when you think about it, technically Predation had a similar number of permutations, but you could boil it down to a simple set of rules.
I don't want to hear about you boiling anything. 1 and 3.
God, yeah.
No, not again, please.
Get out.
Me? Move.
Paladins 3. We got.
Going right.
I'll go mid.
I'm going left.
Oh no. Fine, we're fine.
What is going on?
Oh, okay. Oh, that's
I'll get that. I'll get that. Oh.
what
no,
is
you
going
won't.
on? Just cleave to death.
Why? What happened?
Give it another.
I was in front of Slayer, but I somehow still got the tether.
Oh.
Try and push one more, guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
One more good one.
Don't do
Let's get
that.
another 8 alive. Get another pattern.
Definitely don't want that.
We gotta find an easy rule for this shit.
I'm
I'll
telling
work
you,
on it.
you have to learn my strat.
No.
I swear to God.
No.
Yes.
Ready, move.
Wrong.
That's actually the strat to do the fight.
Maybe every 12,000 patterns, it just starts from the first one again.
Just
So you
use
just
your
memorize them.
Just know what the other 4 people near you are
It's
doing
really the end of 13 hours of raiding, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
in 0.5 seconds.
Pay attention.
Too far.
2.
Pussy two.
Ready? Move.
Paladins, bruh.
I'm going right.
No, go this way.
Going middle.
already.
Clockwise, very slow again, guys.
Don't get gazed.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Not
We
that
were
slow.
way too slow on this
Yeah.
side.
I thought it was gonna be slower. than
After
that.
the first one, you can just walk
speed-
forward.
The speed of the different sides are very like you could have a fast side on yours, and we could have a
Yeah,
slow side.
I think the side
Is that true?
Yeah.
It is true because they're two different angles, so it's 100% true. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it
one
could
is
be-
always
could be
jumping in
angled
front
differently.
of the one team, and one is always behind the team.
So if you tell us, that we have a slow side, I don't think that dictates one way or the other if they have a fast or slow side.
Okay, in that case, you need to. Then
You think you
you
just have
guys
to
need to
know.
know how to identify
Yeah, because calling it out is going to.
if he's about to jump in front of you or behind you. And I'll stop calling that out tomorrow then. Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, I mean, I assume that is the case anyway because there's two different entities that are dashing, and I don't think they're angled in the same way.
I mean, I thought they
Mirrored.
were. I thought they both dashed.
If you want to see what it looked like on our side, I'm sharing the clip because that was another tower pattern. And I just included it at the start of the clip, what happened on our side.
Okay, let me check real quick. I just want to check.
I think 7 different patterns is probably enough to start to see what it can and can't.
Okay,
look
your
like.
guy is behind you. So you guys need to...
Okay, so did your guy jump in front? So because he was behind us, if it's behind you...
No, it was behind both of us.
Oh.
Your side was behind you, our side was behind ours. Wait, am I looking at this wrong? Hang on, let me see. I might be looking at this wrong.
What I'm gonna be looking for in the tower patterns is how they're divided into equal groups of any kind, whether it's 2-2, 2-2, or 4-4. Or perhaps 1-3, 1-3.
Yeah, before I go to sleep, I'm going to...
There's
Just-
got to be some pattern in one of those things I just said. Every time there has to be.
We can look at it once I've drawn up all of the patterns we just saw.
Yeah,
I think
I'm probably gonna go immediately to sleep, wake up a little earlier before Raid and do some more research after.
Yeah,
sleep.
I'm not going to stay up too long. I'm just going to grab what we have.
So
Because we
go again in
we
11
have
hours. from right
11,
now.
yeah, 11 hours. So that's plenty of time to sleep and then
Yep.
check some stuff tomorrow morning.
By the way, yeah, I would not dodge that one like the way you did it, Zuff.
Oh
I
yeah,
s-
no. because
I start
was
spamming stutter step if I get hit by the hammer as 2. You guys are 1, so you need to move even earlier.
Yeah. Okay.
Or rather 2 moves earlier. We'll figure it out tomorrow.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit we can sleep on and we'll have improvement. Thanks guys for today's raid. Did anyone want to say anything before we left? Any questions about today? Anything? Comments?
It was really fun. I
can't
think we
wait
did a
till you
good job.
guys- I can't wait till you guys realize that my strat was correct.
We know it's correct, Revenge.
This question is it easy?
I just don't know an easier way to do it. That's all.
That's what
look
we're
for-
trying to figure out, motherfucker.
I look forward to you
easy if
proposing
I
one. I
just-
just feel like we could have put more effort into trying to learn that strat
No, I-
rather than doing.
No,
Well,
we get how it
the
works.
problem
It's just really hard and really fast to.
all the
Figure
all the POVs I've seen, it's the exact same thing that like we're trying to do. Like no one's found like any simpler way.
Yeah, they're just straight using like a.
Even TPS has their own POV they released, and it's the same.
Really? Wait, they already released a POV?
Yeah, they're
I mean, not a
releasing
full POV, but a POV of that strat.
they're releasing clips as stream teams get up to things they've already done.
Yeah, they did that. They did that before. They did that for T also.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we can. I want everyone to get their sleep, regardless. If you need to sleep all the way up until right next raid, you feel free to do it. Don't sleep in too much. We're meeting up the same time every day, guys.
3
So the time we started raid today, it's the time we're starting every day. Yeah, keep the discussion in these channels, and we can try and figure out the meteor thing as well. Don't stay up too late, Zeph.
I'm gonna try. Yeah, I won't. I'm gonna actually sleep and try and use the hours tomorrow beforehand, because with more information available, I feel like it would be better spent then rather than before sleeping. But yeah, revenge. I think it's just a matter of not necessarily the strat, but finding a way to make it easy to understand for everyone.
Yeah.
And fast to identify.
Yeah, like that's what we just need it to be a simple set of rules that can be followed.
I think we should be able to get into some kind of grouping, see, do I have meteor or no, and then be like, okay, I go here.
Yeah.
Like that's.
You have to consider it's basically
like literally
a 5
counting
second
like 1, 2, 3, 4 at most, and then just going, okay, that one's mine. There's got to be a way. Try to figure it out. Good job.
Remember how long ago that poll we randomly saw to the start of the Ultimate Endcast was?
Did we?
Oh wait, we didn't. Never mind. That was a clip you linked, right? Unrelated.
Yeah. Someone else was getting to the in the sky.
It's all mended together.
It's so following that mechanic after the towers resolve, like that knockback for Heaven's Fall, the arena turns to that like whatever.
The ultimate.
Well, that's
end.
ultimate end.
It's just a heal check and damage check, right?
Exactly. Yeah. It's just AoEs, and then he stops doing it, and then he starts doing like the half room cleaves or whatever.
And then next phase, I assume if we're doing damage, he's probably like 30% at that point. And then we just kill.
He's 30% at ultimate end, and yeah, you just DPS him down from there or something like that. 20%. I don't remember.
All he does is just a bunch of like 1/3 cleaves.
Yeah, those cleaves can catch you out though. They're pretty fast.
I mean, it's not hard. It doesn't look hard to dodge. It's like you just stand behind them and then you just go into the first cleave.
They're 1/3 of him each time.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, it's easy, and then after he dies, yeah, the transition, all that, and you take a little.
I'm gonna deafen on Discord real fast before y'all start heading out of here because we're done progging for the day. Like we just said, we are gonna start again in about a little under 11 hours from now, and we're going to be going every single day at the exact same time until boss dead. So 3 a.m. PST, same time we started today. 11 hours from now, we'll be live again, and we'll be playing every day till boss dead. We're probably going to be doing research and seeing what other teams are doing in off time, since, you know, we're only going 13 hours a day. That gives us time to like wind down, do some research, and actually like get good sleep. So we'll be ready to go tomorrow, not tired at all. I'm gonna get like 8 hours of sleep tonight and just be super fucking good about it, and then wake up a little early, and I'll probably start my stream. I want to say I think 1:30 was a good time to start. 1:30 or 2, around then I'll start my stream before we actually start raiding, and we'll chat for a bit, since I'm not able to read chat as much during the day. Talk about stuff, do a little research together, and then we'll get started with raid. Thank you for watching today, everybody. It was fucking insane. That was like the most viewers we've had like ever. That was weird. It's really weird. Appreciate you all stopping by. Welcome if you're new here. Hope you learned something, or hope you had a good time watching at least. I'm gonna end my stream now. Is Mog Talk still going? I don't think they're like a 24-hour coverage stream, are they? I don't think they are. No? Okay. Well, I'm just not gonna host anybody. Feel free to scatter fucking wherever. I'm gonna go get some rest, and like I said, I'll be live at about 1:30 or 2 a.m. and then we'll get started with raid at 3 a.m. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you all. See you in the morning.